Each project has its own life cycle. During the project execution, the project manager always faces some difficulties. Those difficulties leads to some threats of risks, which could lead to some defects or could lead to some crisis and catastrophic end of the project. In this episode, I will explain how project managers keep calm during the crisis. Welcome to WHITEBOARD Project Management. In this channel, I explain the tools and techniques used in the project management in a practical way. I'm Roman, a professional project manager with more than 20 years experience of international EPC and PMC projects. If you are interested in project management, consider subscription to the channel and stay updated. Let's hit the whiteboard and start this session. How project managers stay calm during crisis. Okay. When you are a project manager and you are executing your project, you need to be prepared for crises which could occur. The crises are defined first in the risk management plan. So the risk could be positive or negative. Positive or negative. Negative, we call it as threats. And threats are defined in the project. So you have defined risk and undefined risk. Defined or non-risk and unknown risks. So non-risks are defined in the project at the beginning, and you have the risk management plan. You have the risk response for this. So you have your risk response ready for the non-risks, and then you have a defined cost for the risk response you need to do for each risk. In another way, you are having this from the contingency reserve. Okay, but what about unknown risks? Unknown risks are risks which could occur during the project execution. And those are risks which are not defined. The budget for those risks are from the management reserve. Okay, and definitely when it's occur, we will make a risk assessment and risk response for this. If you don't know things about risk management, you can go to the detailed episode of risk management. You can find it in WPM YouTube channel. Okay, now the project manager is facing type of risk, whether it's a non-risk or unknown risk. But let's talk about unknown risk. During your project execution, you faced unknown risk, and you have now evaluating this risk as a very high risk. Okay. Some risks during big projects could lead to a catastrophic end, which could not only end the project with negative cash flow, but also could affect the company itself. So you need to stay calm. First point for your actions, how to stay calm. The first thing is to stay calm. Means do not panic. Once you panic, there is a catastrophic end. So stay calm and report everything, review everything to be ready for your actions. First thing, stay calm. So that means, in another way, set your emotions aside. Set your emotions aside and focus on the core problem. So you have a problem, and you need to focus on this problem. Okay? Stay calm and focus on this problem. Okay, that is point number 1. Point number 2. Point number 2 is that you need to communicate, and do not try to withdraw the information from your team. So stay communicated and do not withdraw the information from your team, because your team is your hands, is your tools also to execute the project. So your team should know about the problem, and your team will support you to make your decisions. Okay, I will mention here you have your team. Okay, you need to communicate with your team. This is my simple way. Okay. Third one. Define the priorities. Okay. Why to define the priorities? Because the priority you could have in the problem, you could have some list of items which you need to do, and you are focusing on the items which is not in your priority list. So focus on your priorities. Define your priorities and start focusing on the high level of priorities. Okay, so I will mention it here like priority 1. Okay, and let's put in another color here like priority 2. Let's say here priority 3. Okay, the fourth step is prepare a plan for what you need to do and share it with your team members. Prepare, plan, and share to your team. What does this mean? Means I am having a problem now, and I am defining, I have the priorities, I have the team communicated, and I am preparing some plan. The plan need to be communicated with your team to make sure that this plan, once you apply it, this plan, which is the risk response, once you prepare it, you need to communicate it with your team. You prepare the plan and communicate with your team to ensure that this plan includes all the required actions and has the small details in it. So once you apply it on this problem, it will take the maximum effect. Okay. Next one. Next one is always be on top of things and monitor the whole situation. Monitor the situation. Why? Because some project managers do some problems here that they apply they make the plan, they communicate it with their team, and once they apply it, they think everything is done and there is nothing else to do. Remember, you need to always monitor this situation. because this is a problem, and you are monitoring what you have applied, if it's taking effect or not. If not taking effect, means your plan need to be modified and you need to again apply it. And this is the monitoring and controlling of your risks. So monitor the situation. Okay, those are the simple ways and steps to follow for you as a project manager once the crisis occurs. So how project managers stay calm and during crisis means stay calm, do not panic, stay communicated with your team, inform them about the problem, define the priorities of the actions, then prepare the plan and share to your team, prepare the plan, share to the team, and then monitor the situation to make sure that the risk response is taking effect and the risk value is reducing. Because if the risk response does not reduce the problem, means that the risk response you are setting in this plan is not effective. This is the way of staying calm for project managers during the project crisis. If you like this episode, you can subscribe, like and share, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.